Katt Williams just dropped a bomb, y'all. He is out here saying Hollywood is way darker than folks think, and he is calling out Diddy for not only treating his own kids badly, but also for pushing some young girl to pretend she is his adopted daughter. And honestly, the whole thing feels creepy and wrong, and it just makes your skin crawl.
Remember Ava Baroni Combs, the video that we shared and talked about together?
Ava Baroni Combs, yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child.
I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs.
I did some digging around and found some old photos that go back many years. She was with him when she was very, very young, so she is in fact his adopted daughter. Some are saying this woman in the background here is her mother, but nothing is confirmed. You can see she's been with him in interviews, hanging out with Diddy's daughters. She was seen everywhere with Diddy's daughter. Here's another one. And I mean, they go way back. And here's a few more. So it shows that, yes, indeed, they spent time together and they grew up together. This is, in fact, their sister and Diddy's adopted daughter. However, I found a video that is so suspect. I want you guys to check it out and tell me what you think.
This is my life.
I have a lot of cars now.
This is because I am a great father, but I'm sleeping with the girl. Tell me,
Right now.
who do you have a crush on? Tell Daddy's truth.
I don't know about you guys, but that video and the way Diddy's acting raises so many questions. So many are asking, where's Ava Baroni Combs now? This is the most recent photo I found. There's another one I'm going to show you, which is this one right here. But sisters and Diddy are nowhere to be found. She's all alone. So what do you guys?
So in this video, Diddy is sitting right next to this teenage girl, and she talks real soft and goes, "My name is Ava. I'm a Scorpio." And when he asks for her full name, she first says Ava Combs, then stops and corrects herself to Ava Barron, and the whole vibe is off. And then Diddy randomly mentions that he has permission from her mother. Like, what does that even mean? And then he leans over and kisses her on the cheek while she calls him Papa Combs. And she even tries to explain how she met his twins, Delilah and Jesse, when she was super young. But you can see she looks uncomfortable.
Ava, I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Ava Baroni Combs, yes, it was breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. But please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
Ava, that's like a little bit like borderline suspect. I don't want nobody here. We want to get it clear. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids and everybody else adopted kids. Charlize Theron, everybody that's ever adopted Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So just clarify it, because it's crazy out here online. So I played with the kids and I got permission from your mother and say all of that to just make it, because it's crazy out here.
Well, I met Jesse and Delilah when I was 6 months old.
6 months.
And then we basically are sisters, all four of us. So, and then I always come over.
Yes. And it's Ava Baroni Combs. Let's go.
On Instagram, folks had been posting pictures of Ava chilling with the Combs twins, calling her their best friend. But once that weird video started spreading online, TMZ rushed in saying Diddy never adopted Ava at all, and that it was just a skit. But if it was a skit, why did the girl look so uneasy? Was she scared? And who makes a skit like that anyway? And when you connect it to what Jaguar Wright said, this whole fake adoption thing just does not sit right.
Anyone seen Ava Baroni? The little white girl that Diddy adopted. Where did he get her from? Was she the pick of the litter? Those poor babies. You know, people should go back and do a little research in the 90s, especially in the mid-late 90s and early 2000s. The diddler used to throw white parties in Bangkok and Dubai and in Morocco, where child prostitution is legal. He's been snatching up little kids for decades. I also heard that he was banished from certain hot spots where child prostitution is legal for his abuse. Hey, thanks for Flavor Camp, huh? I hate when people choose not to believe me.
And it gets even more worrying for Ava because court documents show that even Diddy's own kids might be picking up some of his worst behavior. And honestly, nothing about this suggests Ava is safe back in June. When Diddy was wrapping up his federal trial for racketeering and trafficking, a brand new lawsuit dropped on him and Justin, accusing them of an assault from 2017. And the woman says Justin used Diddy's fame to lure her from Louisiana to LA, promising career opportunities. And once she got there, she says she was held against her will and assaulted by several men, including Diddy and Justin. And on top of that, people are saying Justin is not even Diddy's biological child, that he is really the son of Diddy's best friend. Wolf and Gene Deal talked about all this years ago.
You think that Diddy is actually Justin's father?
I wouldn't know. You know, but I make indie windows like, damn, how your son look like your best friend? If he like it, I love it.
And listen, and it don't matter now, you know, everybody grown, but it's just like, when I look at Justin, and I look at Christian, and I look at Chance and Delilah and Jesse James, I'm like, he's the oddball. And I know they got different moms, so I get it. Right. But I'm like, I don't know about that one.
You don't see Diddy in him
at all. Not even his build or his height. Nothing. Like,
it's people that said that he looked like Wolf, but I wasn't there.
Okay. And by Wolf, you mean Anthony Wolf Jones?
Yeah, Anthony Wolf Jones.
Yes.
And I wouldn't say that, you know, Misha says Diddy says his. They happy? I'm ecstatic.
Okay. You were even the Manny for Quincy and Christian and Quincy, right?
Huh?
The Manny, the male nanny or something.
I don't know what you talking about. Nanny,
so you were securing them, but something. But you basically
no, we don't do that Manny shit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, what I was there when we go out, you know, I took. Christian was a baby. You know what I'm saying? When I was around them, Christian was 1 year old and all, like a newborn 1 year old. But badass Quincy and Quincy was bad.
Okay.
Yeah, and Justin, you know, Misha would tie his ass up, so he wouldn't try. Cause all I had to do is say, "Yo, Misha, Justin is acting up," and she was like, "Yo, put him on the phone or say something." Misha wasn't playing that.
Okay.
But Justin got away with Quincy get away with murder because Kim was overcompensate from insurance.
So if Justin is actually Wolf Jones' kid, what happened to Wolf? Why wasn't he around to raise his own son? And this is where things take a crazy turn, because Wolf was shot and killed, and Gene Deal believes Diddy may have played a role in what went down.
He's the one who opened the doors to Bad Boy and BMF down at Atlanta. That all came from Wolf. So I guess he wanted to move on and he needed his money, I guess, that he put up, or, you know, Wolf said it was 300,000. You know, I heard from a couple other people it was probably a little bit more than that. But Wolf, I heard him say in the office, I had 300,000, man, when I first started messing with you, bro. I had 300,000. You understand? And I just want my money. I'm gonna stop, and then Puff said, yo, I'm gonna get your money. I'm gonna get your money. When I do this Universal, I think a Universal deal or something like that, he said, I'm gonna get your money.
And so the same people that Puffy was leaving Wolf for, and the same people that Puffy told Wolf he was leaving him for, is the same people that ended up in Wolf. That's wild, man.
Well, you know, he told Wolf he didn't need Wolf no more. He said, I don't need you no more. And he said Meech told him, you know, that he didn't need Wolf no more. And he told Wolf that. And Wolf, it was like putting a battery in Wolf back, because Wolf did say this in the office. He said, nigga, them niggas ain't tough as you think they are. He ain't tough. Meech ain't like that. He ain't tough as you think. I'ma show you. So I think it was a battery put in Wolf back, but then in the instance when you are mad and upset, you ain't got your money, and then this chick is acting up or going crazy over here. One thing led to another.
Anthony Wolf Jones was family to Diddy. He was a loyal bodyguard and friend who rode with him through all the madness of the Bad Boy Records days, through scandals, fame, drama, and danger, and he was even there during the 1999 Manhattan nightclub shooting that almost took Diddy's whole career down. But in 2003, everything changed on November 11th. Wolf and his friend Lamont Gertie were killed outside Club Chaos in Atlanta. What was supposed to be a normal night out turned into a nightmare. Witnesses said it started with an argument about a woman, just a tiny spark that blew up fast, and then gunshots ripped through the parking lot.
Putting the battery in Wolf back, talking about, I don't need you no more. When I do this Universal deal, I'm gonna give you $300,000 and leave you the f alone. Wolf said, you could never leave me alone. You understand? He said, but them guys ain't tough like you think they are. So he putting a battery in this kid's back. You know, I'm listening to all this shit right there, but Wolf don't care. He said, yo, them ain't like that. I'm telling you. He ain't like that. You understand? Public talking about, I don't need you no more. I don't need you no more. You understand? I'm good. So whatever happened to them in Atlanta, happened to them in Atlanta. Wolf decide to, when they come outside, he shoots at Meech and them, which caught Meech in his buttocks. If you get caught in the buttocks, you're going in the opposite direction. So you didn't want it. Meech ain't want to do nothing to him, because Meech had enough people and he had enough crew outside that he could handle that stuff. But the dude who got close to Wolf was the dude who that he put down with BMF. It was his dude from Brooklyn that he put down because he needed some money. He was a shooter. Yo, Meech, look out for my man. Put him on your payroll. You need somebody to do work for you, just like that. Whoop they whoop.
Police found several guns at the scene, and soon the streets started whispering that this wasn't just a random club fight, that it was tied to BMF, the Black Mafia family, who were one of the most feared groups in the country back then. And people close to it said the tension between Wolf and BMF had been simmering for a while. Gene said he felt it coming, that the whole energy around them had changed way before the shooting ever happened.
He goes to him. Yo, Puff. Blase, whoop-de-whoop. I gotta have this, or these guys it's gonna be a problem in the street. Here go this. You can use this until I can get it back to him. This nigga said, what? I can't do that. Understandable, whatever the situation was. My man died the day after my birthday. Turns around, tell Wolf, I'm gonna give you your $300,000. Wolf is the one who brought me back into Bad Boy, or brought me back into Bad Boy, because I was there before Wolf himself. Wolf's mother let me hear something that the drug enforcement, the prosecutor from Atlanta, that Puff told Meech, go ahead and do what you gotta do. When him and Wolf and them was beefing outside. I heard Wolf say out of his mouth, I'ma show you them niggas ain't that. I knew he was building up the atmosphere between Meech and Wolf to go at it. Do you hear me? Wolf get by some kids from BMF. Actually, the dude that he put down with BMF. This nigga brags about cussing Wolf mother out. And I'm gonna call his name out. He bragged to his cousin, Ak. So you niggas in New York, if y'all don't believe what I'm saying, ask Ak. If Wolf was alive, the way he loved his mother, we would be talking about Diddy.
After Wolf died, something felt wrong. People were talking, saying Diddy didn't handle the situation with the respect Wolf deserved, and Gene Deal just couldn't stomach it. He felt like the loyalty was always one-sided.
I say this dude, even after all that, I still say this nigga from a situation he had in North Carolina. So, I don't care, bro. But I will not let this name go down as if he was this greatest thing that ever happened to hip hop. When the dudes that loved him the most and showed them love by protecting him, giving him that bad boy logo, and being, yo, bruh, the same game. When that nigga caught that situation in the city college, couldn't pay his rent, couldn't pay his car note. D was getting money up from nigga to get to this nigga. What do you ever do for the same game? But shout out, that's my crew, same game.
Gene said the man who helped build the whole bad boy image, who protected Diddy through everything, was suddenly treated like he never mattered once he was gone. And behind the flashy lifestyle were real men who took bullets, did jail time, and lost their peace trying to keep that empire standing. And Gene said he never wanted Diddy's money or fame. He just wanted acknowledgement, an apology for all the lives that were destroyed in the process.
If I gotta take all the bullshit now, and people gotta say all this shit, yo, Gene Deal don't get a life. What was you doing? What was you doing, bruh? What was you doing before YouTube? I taught high school. I was a high school substitute teacher. I was an investigator for child abuse. I worked for the Department of Juvenile Justice. I was a parole officer for 27 years. I worked for Elite Investigation for 10 years. I worked for Sue's Rendezvous for 10 years. What was motherfuckers doing before YouTube? Get a life? Always had a life. Always had a good life because I got up. I was willing to shovel shit for a living. My satisfaction, all I ever wanted that nigga was to do before I even started this shit. I talked to Chaz, told Chaz. Talked to Zip, told Zip. Talked to Slick. I even talked to D-Rock at. Let me and this dude sit down. We need to have a conversation about this whole shit, bro. All I wanted was this nigga to apologize. And he never did. They made billions off him, gave him millions. Now, his dollar ain't gonna make us.
So now we have Diddy supposedly taking in some random white girl who the internet believes may have been mistreated. And we have Justin, whose real father might have been murdered by the man raising him. And on top of all that, Danny Boy once said he used to see Justin's mother around Suge Knight back when he babysat Justin, which just adds even more layers to this mess.
How many times was you around them when they was hanging out?
About 4 or 5 times.
So tell me some other stories, man, about Suge Knight hanging out with me, sir. Because at this time, I mean,
it just felt like they was dating. It felt like they was dating all the time.
Was she doing that behind Puffy back?
Yeah, for sure, man. Whatever her first son was, like, he would be at the studio with me.
Justin?
I remember Justin being in the hotel with me. With me. Like, us just chilling while they chilling. And he's a little bitty boy. She's buying him shit. She bought him this red jacket that says 662 on it. I remember that leather jacket.
So here's the thing, man, with Bad Boy. Because you got all these females that was on Bad Boy or they was affiliated with Bad Boy. And me hearing all these stories from you, Reggie Wright, all these people that tell these stories, it seems like it's a pattern, right? You got Faith Evans. She was going through it with Biggie, so she was coming to LA and she was messing around with Tupac. Misa, I'm assuming that she probably most likely wasn't saying eye to eye with Puffy, so she was messing around with Suge Knight. She would come to LA and mess around with Suge Knight. And Mary J. Blige, she wasn't on Bad Boy, but she was affiliated with. And you was messing with her, and Tupac was messing with her.
Yeah.
So I want to get your opinion on that, man. Like, what was the deal with them females on Bad Boy, man? Like,
shit, what's the deal with all of them? It ain't shit changed. We just focusing in on it being now. Most females is in the industry that's all they mess with is industry niggas.
But they messing with y'all, and it was well known that it was friction between Death Row and Bad Boy.
It's most of it the same shit. It's just Death Row and Bad Boy was the biggest at it.
That's like trifling.
I mean, it is. But it's look how many of these trifling people making babies with, you know. I mean, ain't that? Don't one of them dudes got a baby with Bow Wow mama, baby mama, like
right.
Like this is.
You can see the pattern in how Diddy treats the people closest to him, and it is not good. And apparently it goes far beyond his kids because he has been known for years to mistreat his partners and even the men who protected him. And one of his former bodyguards, big homie CeCe, recently exposed even more, saying, Diddy's world is full of threats, rituals, and darkness most folks never see.
He plays with dark magic. These are facts. And you always see these people who have these meteoric rises. Nobody's giving them, nobody's backing them. They just like they did it from the ground up. And the trade-off with that is you have to perpetuate darkness. Look at how many people he affected negatively. That was his trade-off to gain what he had. His former bodyguard, Gene Deal, said he seen him doing a ritual where they killed a dove. What is that? And I feel like it's being overlooked because they see him doing the dance moves with the baggy clothes. You know, some of the ladies in his videos were transsexual ladies. You gotta really look at what's going on. I've been around him a couple of times. Don't like the guy. And I know a lot of other people who he's done weird things to. There are several men who have reached out to me telling me that they got their cakes took, basically. They got diddled. I can show you that. Matter of fact, I'll show you this right now. So when you're getting all of these calls about somebody, you're going to grow some disdain for them. Watch this. I got all the receipts because you know how many dudes hit me up, young men, showed up to his studios to get a job, and he convinces them to do something crazy and then don't give them a job? It's not cool. There we go.
Over time, CeCe heard story after story tying Diddy to some of the darkest rumors in entertainment. From Kim Porter's death to the shooting of Tupac to whispers about Jamie Foxx and Justin Bieber, and CeCe claims the FBI has verified some of these connections.
There have been allegations that Diddy messed up Justin Bieber. He poisoned Jamie Foxx. He got Tupac shot. You know, he's responsible for Tupac's.
Yes.
What? Any truth in that?
The FBI confirmed that already.
Yeah.
It is. That's the truth. Dwayne Keith Davis is in a Las Vegas jail right now because Diddy told them, if y'all Tupac, got $1 million for you. Eric Von Zip stole the money. That's a fact. FBI confirmed that.
Jamie Foxx?
Jamie Foxx said out of his mouth, his partner handed him an Advil and he woke up 22 days later. That's what he said. And we was at his Netflix screener. He blamed it on Diddy there. Seen it. Why is Jamie Foxx having naked basketball games at his house with all men? I'm just trying to see what's going on. These things, that's what's taking place. All them dudes are zesty.
Bieber?
The man almost cried in the interview. Now look, I'm gonna show you this. I done seen Bieber several times, and I'll show you. Cause like some of my clients will have me take their nephews and all the kids to these concerts. So this is one group right here. Oh,
Disappeared.
There you go. So that's one group right there.
Yeah.
I would be with them. They come from a well-off, wealthy family, you know.
Yeah.
I would take them, and I would see Bieber backstage with these people. And I remember Bieber when he was younger.
Yeah.
He was a lot more vibrant. Now, you see the man almost cry in an interview. Diddy said out his mouth, Justin Bieber is somewhere right now in the house doing things we can't talk about. Nobody questions it because he's a rapper.
But whether those claims are real or not, he says one thing for sure. Hollywood runs on power, silence, and control, and nothing is ever as it seems.
Not in jail, you know, as someone, an accessory to this murder.
Like I said, you either got the complexion for the protection or you got the compensation for the protection. Sure.
How much power does Diddy have in Hollywood?
Well, I'll tell you this. Whenever you see these people come under this scrutiny and you don't see anybody come out to defend them, that lets you know how much power he has. Because if none of his friends are willing to say, hey, he's a good guy, what does that mean? That means he knows things about me. I'm not saying anything. I don't want my name brought up at all because everybody will be at his parties. Everybody. And like the first part of the party is normal. It's like going down on Woodville. It's normal. But the second part, when they come out collecting the cell phones and one of the security guys sign right here, that's when things start to get crazy because he'll be in a different part of the building after a while. And I almost just said something. I don't want to put him out there. But it's a lot of stars who you wouldn't suspect sitting on his lap. I'll tell you that much. Facts.
And if even half of this is true, then the corruption in Hollywood and the danger to vulnerable kids is worse than anyone imagined. Because if a father can't even protect his own children, who can he protect? Let us know your thoughts down below and make sure you hit follow, because this is Taylor Tells All.